2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And last season we saw James Harden take on the role of acting point guard for his team. Even with the switch, he continued to pour in the points. But the real story, the assists, man, why was that move so good?
Well, Harden's always been a ball-dominant point guard, you know. I just think he's an underrated passer, but he's always been a great distributor. Now he's just doing it more. He's trying to average that triple-double.
You know what the funny thing is? When he didn't have the ball and he wasn't playing the point, I think he looked for a shot more. But knowing that it's in his hands every possession allows him the freedom to pass the basketball, and it's helped the Rockets.
Interesting. Now let's go to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The road trip for the Rockets ends here as they leave for Houston right after the game. No question they've got this game penciled in as a win, but they still have to go out and make plays. They'll look to take an early lead, then try to get this one over early.
This is a team with high expectations, and they don't end with the regular season.
They sure don't. They entered the season with very high hopes and haven't let any distractions get in the way of that.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, James Harden is a great offensive player, but there's no mistaking it. He does dominate the ball. Now, that can bother teammates sometimes, but Coach Mike D'Antoni says when they feel that paycheck every 2 weeks, that should make them play hard. You have to be a star in your role. So when James gets the ball to you, shoot it, and then run back and play hard as heck. Kevin?
Thanks. He's a great passer, David. There's no doubt he can set the table. And both these teams feature excellent long-range shooters, Chris. It could be a very high-scoring affair.
And with that, you have some big runs. That means don't turn the ball over. It could be a 6-0 run, a 12-0 run on 4 possessions. You got to make sure you take care of the ball.
And in Chicago to start out, we've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, the 2 pillars of this team, Chris Paul and Harden, are the 1 and the 2. Anderson is down low with Capella, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Screen by Capella. Harden the pass to Capella. No good. Good D by Lopez. Outside Holiday, pass to Grant. On the wing, Levine. From the corner, they grab their own miss. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Jacks up a 3, drops in the tray. Grant's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Now here's Levine. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Over in the corner, Paul. Rebound by the Bulls. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, they allow way too many easy buckets. I thought they lacked toughness and energy all night.
Ariza kicks to Anderson. Back to Ariza. Paul with the three. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, man, Capella absolutely destroys the opposition on the offensive glass, using that gigantic body of his to snag down second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Markkanen. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Clint Capella.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
Now here's Harden. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but what about the passing? Crisp, decisive. He racked up a ton of assists, impacted the game in a number of ways.
Holiday dishes to Grant. Back to Holiday, out to the wing. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Now, here's Ariza. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Harden can't hit. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Holiday. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Holiday's got his first points of the game.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Anderson the screen. Here's Harden. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wily, strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
And the shot goes in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Rockets trail by 9. Harden outside. Shot to stop the run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's on Zach LaVine.
Wow, and the big man Capella has proven to be a reliable role player, a strong physical presence who takes smart shots and contributes well on D.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And we know that the Rockets are a team that invests heavily into using analytics. I mean, they have been on the forefront of data-driven basketball decisions for some time.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Chris, talking about the Rockets and their analytic approach, the term Morey ball after their GM is thrown around with their approach, but hard to argue with the run of fortune they've had.
Less mid-range shots, everything at the basket or a three. I mean, it's easy to see that reflected in their play style.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Or selfishness. I mean, this is what happens when you don't make the extra pass. Your field goal percentage can go south.
And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
Now, here is Harden. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. It's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden outside. Pass to Ariza. Shoots over Grant. And there's Ariza. That's good on the assist by Harden.
And Ariza loves getting these mid-range, James. I mean, quick to fire from him.
Grant kicks to LaVine. And the pass to Lopez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. That free throw missing.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
And he's good on the second. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. 2 great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Hey, look, he's not an easy man to defend. He'll get his points one way or another.
And Holiday, here we go. For 3, LaVine. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Rockets trail by 12. Passes it to Ariza. And here's Harden for 3. Can't hit that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball.
Now, he doesn't look like himself right now. Nothing is going his way.
The kick out to Holiday. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Well, he also made a mark with his passing and had the assist total to show for it.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Hits the 3-point bomb.
Really? I mean, you don't want to leave Harden alone off the screen. He is fantastic at pouncing in open space.
Paul against Grant. Lopez a screen. Kicks it to Holiday. Stolen by Harden. Paul left side. No good on the triple.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
And LaVine, here we go. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And Chris, one of the rare honors for an NBA player is to have their jersey retired. The Kings retired your number 4. What does an honor like that feel like? What does that mean to you?
Man, it meant so much to have my jersey retired. I was there with my family, my wife, my brothers, sisters, parents, and everyone. And so it was just a really, really great moment. You know, when you're playing the game, you can really, we say enjoy the process, but you never really can really enjoy it day to day because you're always thinking ahead, trying to get better. And so it was just a really cool moment to sit back and think about all the positives.
Oh!
And that first quick step of Gordon, I mean, super effective at getting him space, which gets into the ground.
Done with it. Pass to Felicio. There's a screen. Here's Dunn. 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Well, I love how they've done it. They've built this huge lead with points in the paint, dominating physically.
And it's Green missing. Chicago leading by 11. Here's Kilpatrick. Off target from three-point range. Rockets shooting just 35% to start the game. And Eric Gordon gets the three. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Gordon has such fluid shooting form. I mean, it's just incredible. He's effective off the dribble as well.
Dunn passes to Portis. Here's Kilpatrick. Back to Portis. He dishes it to Valentine. Got a hand on it. And it's Houston on the break. Green with the ball. That doesn't go either for Green.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Hits the three-point bomb. Valentine's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. Outside Gordon. From deep. Another shot. And Nene with the lay-in. Good.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Here's Kilpatrick. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Indiana. For the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Green dishes to Gordon. Nene setting the pick for Gordon. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And as a shooting guard, Eric Gordon might be a touch undersized, but he can handle his own, has great strength and a very explosive step to keep up with his large counterparts.
Yeah, Gordon plays bigger than his size. Very efficient with his body when he angles in and go into the basket. He can step out and just space that floor, and he's quick at getting the ball up near the rim to finish for the drive.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
He's perfect from the line this time. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a 3 off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
He's off on the first. Chris, sometimes when a player is feeling it, in that rhythm, in that groove, there's nothing you can do to slow him down. Is there a player in the league right now who you feel is the deadliest when things are really falling right for him?
I mean, James Harden, how about this guy? Now that he's getting other guys involved, he's so much harder to guard because you don't know if he's going to pass it, ending up in a successful assist, or if he's just going to knock it down in your face, and his range is just so incredible. You do not want to let that man get hot. Also, of course, we know Curry. You better not let him get hot because he'll do some incredible things, and then his teammate, his boy, his partner, Klay Thompson. I mean, just the way that these guys shoot is just so fun to watch. So, I mean, these guys, when you talk about deadly from anywhere, anytime, you got to guard these guys like they used to say when they get in the parking lot. Not when they get in the arena. You better start guarding them in the parking lot because they can score at any time.
And here is Dunn. Pass to Portis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Nene's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Rockets trail by 9. Screen by Baamute. Nene kicks to Johnson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
41 seconds left in the first quarter. Kilpatrick, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Kilpatrick's got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Nene, the screen. Outside Gordon. And he banks in the layup. He's got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now done. Inside. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Gordon is a tough shot maker. He has the ability to drain difficult ones. Only so much you can do defensively against him.
And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Back to the action after this word. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Johnson. Nene is out there with Luke and Baamute. And there's Gordon, and it's Green in at the shooting guard position. And the basket by Gordon.
Well, it doesn't take long for Gordon to get the hot hand. He loves getting to his spot and capitalizing.
The Bulls leading by 3. Done with it. There's the pass to Felicio. Now here's Dunn. Launches a 3, and Valentine gets it to go on the assist from Dunn. And that's now 7 points for Denzel Valentine. here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Nene, the screen. Shot by Gordon, wide open. No dice from the high post. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And yes, it's good. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Back to Johnson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Johnson's got 6.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
You want to talk about a coach who's known for bringing offense to a team, then Mike D'Antoni is your guy. Widely regarded, Chris, as one of the best offensive coaches in the league and is the godfather, many say, of the 7 seconds or less style of play.
Yeah, you look up at how this team runs their sets and pushes the tempo. It reminds me a bit of how the old D'Antoni Suns played. Certainly with every team D'Antoni coaches, they're going to have some entertaining and up-tempo play.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Anderson, he's checked in for Mbaamuta. And it's James Harden in for Gerald Green. They get it back. That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Nene.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Grant the pass to Portis. Grant against Gordon. Grant kicks to Markkanen. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Markkanen's got his second basket of the night.
Hey, look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Harden, and it's blocked.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots. And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
The Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Houston also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Riza comes in for Johnson. And Paul subbed in for Gordon. That's good from Valentine. And the NBA game is evolving, Chris. You know that. And if you were starting back at square one, say, and trying to develop your skills to prepare yourself for a pro career, is there anything you do differently to prepare yourself for how the game is being played now?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, I remember playing in Washington, and I shot over like 35% from the three-point line. And I remember in the paper they were saying, you know, we don't need big fellas to do that. So I got right back in the post. And so the game has changed so much. And so I would really say that I would balance the work that I did in the post with outside of the post. I would just make sure that I would continue to stretch the floor as far as three-pointers, to give guys room to drive. And I would have definitely continued to work on my ball handling, maybe where a picker could have screened for me, and then I could have been the initiator, since in most times I was kind of that point forward. But for the most part, no, I would have tried to put the same effort in, but definitely with different skill sets. You get to play differently now. You know, when we think about it, I don't think Larry Bird got to shoot 2 3-pointers a game. Imagine if he would have got to just let 7 go. You know, I don't know what we would ask him, except would you have to ice your wrist after games a little bit more, because you would have been able to shoot more. So I think the freedom would have been fun, but I don't think I would have had to prepare any differently.
The Bulls leading by 8. Grant kicks to Markkanen. Lopez outside. Dishes it to Grant. To the paint. And there's Levine on the assist by Grant. Grant's got 3 assists in the game. Harden kicks to Ariza. Levine against Harden. A 3 ball. That one misses. And the Bulls going the other way now. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, interconference matchup. Two teams that'll see each other only twice on the schedule.
And that makes it interesting. They don't know each other all that well, so we should see a lot of in-game adjustments.
Anderson kicks to Harden. Ariza outside. Right wing. Inside. Capella. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, Harden is so good at finding the open man and a selfish superstar who really whips the ball over quickly.
Holiday dishes to Grant. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Houston. Here's Paul. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
The feed now to Markkanen. And the 3 off target. Rockets trail by 8. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And Harden is certainly used to finishing through the physical defense, demonstrating just how special a player like he truly is.
Grant kicks to Levine. Feeds it to Markkanen from outside the arc. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
Anderson the screen. Ariza against Holiday. Anderson a screen on Holiday. Here's Ariza. The kick out to Anderson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Rockets.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the 3-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Chicago leading by 9. Stolen by Anderson. And here we go. Harden. Look at that jam.
Oh.
I mean, just beautiful.
Sick. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Outside, Levine. Over Harden. Grant the pass to Lopez. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Just 2 to shoot. Grant kicks to Holiday. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Ariza outside. There's the dish to Paul. Lob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Just finding the open man. Few who have ever played this game have Paul's vision.
And Chris, you played during an era against a team that many consider the greatest of all time. That 96 Chicago Bulls team with Jordan and Pippen and a great roster. Just thinking back to that team during that second three-peat. What was it like when you were going up against that Bulls team?
So tough to play against that team. Jordan is arguably the best player that's ever, laced them up. And Pippen was so tough offensively and rebounding. Rodman as well on the boards. And then you had guys in the...
That's what I'm talking about right there. Right there.
You see Lopez give his body up right there? Well, that's because he takes pride in setting good, hard screens to free up his guys.
Paul kicks to Harden. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Grant kicks to Levine. He feeds it to Lopez. Passes it to Markkanen. And Holiday has it in the corner. Clock at 6. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Here's Paul. And the shot falls short this time.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Here's Grant. 7 points in the game. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Back to Grant. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Ariza goes in.
Oh, the awesome vertical of Ariza, soaring off the drive and finishing with his deceptive strength.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. And last season, the Rockets retired Yao Ming's number for the organization, a career cut short by injuries, but he was such a huge part of the history here, and it was great to see that honor bestowed on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Yao Ming, one of the largest players I've ever seen in this game. I remember having to go up against him. He was so skilled for a player his size. Had some great battles.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. And Bahamute comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Green in for Trevor Ariza. Lopez kicks to Holiday. Lopez, a screen on Green. Holiday, the pass to Kilpatrick. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist in this one. Screen by Capella. Kicks it to Green. Felicio with a rebound.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Holiday, the pass to Kilpatrick. Back to Holiday. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. Paul outside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Dunn. Can't hit that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Screen by Bahamute. Back to Paul. They set the pick. Another miss by Houston.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
Rockets trail by 7. And the wide open shot from Green. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kilpatrick. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Harden outside. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, just exceptional focus from Harden on the drive, knowing that the D can't stop him no matter what they do.
Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Harden. Pass to Holiday. Here's Kilpatrick. 5 to shoot. Holiday attacking, and Capella sends it back. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for James Harden. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. Rockets trail by 7. Outside Gordon. It's hauled in by Dunn. Chicago's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. They set the screen. Here's Holiday, and he lays it straight in. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Inside, it's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
Man, you love the effort just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Johnson, a wide open look. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Joe, what's the key for the second half?
We got to come out with more focus and intensity. We got to pick it up, man. We got to get stops in the second half, man. Pick it up defensively. Offensively, we're pretty good, but defensively, they get too many easy baskets.
We'll see if you can slow them down. Thanks, Joe. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Denzel Valentine has been the story in this one. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. The second half just about to get going here. We're seeing a tremendous game from Eric Gordon.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters, just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Here is Harden. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Grant is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Bulls on D. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time. Trevor Ariza, the veteran out of UCLA, he still gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He's great in transition. He can hit shots from anywhere, but, you know, he's always been a leader.
There's the pick. Grant, that's good. Grant's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bulls. To the inside, Lopez with the steal. Here's LaVine. Here's Holiday. Kick out to LaVine. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. LaVine's got 13.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Nice work there coming off the screen. Anderson's got his second basket of the night. And with Ariza, you think back to when he was a young player finding his way in this NBA out of UCLA, and Kobe took him under his wing when they played together for the Lakers, and now he is paying it forward. He's helping young players.
Yeah, he has a great work ethic instilled in him from his time with Kobe. He's always been a leader. He knows how things work in this league, and Ariza, he's showing all the younger players on his team the ins and outs of how to succeed.
Paul's shot is off.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
LaVine dishes to Markkanen. Grant outside. And here is Markkanen. He's got 7. Levine, good.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Al Paul. The 3 from Harden sinks the three-pointer. He's got 14.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Grant kicks to Markkanen. Grant the pass to Lopez. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Capella. Ariza against Holiday. Ariza dishes to Paul. Looking to get back on track here. Again, the miss by Paul.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Pulls up on the wing. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now just a 5-point Bulls lead for Chicago. They've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Lopez a screen. Levine kicks to Lopez. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Lopez has got 5.
Well, the arms of Lopez go on forever, which is why he's able to create for himself deep.
Screen by Capella. Harden outside. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Capella. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Grant the pass to Holiday. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Ariza kicks to Paul. Anderson wide open. Tries again. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got 7 rebounds in the game. Holiday dishes to Markkanen. Back to Holiday. The Rockets pull it in.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the lead.
Paul's shot is off.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
Trying to find Capella, gets it to him, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. 15 points in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
There's the pick. Here's Levine.
Oh, you see that?
And I don't know if there's anybody who can match Levine when it comes to the art of the dunk. He is a highlight reel waiting to happen.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. Taken away by Holiday. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
2.
The Bulls have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And some players, you just kind of know that they'll end up in coaching. Just the way they approach the game and go about themselves. Chris, having played Hoiberg during your career, did you ever see him becoming a head coach?
Well, it's not as easy to tell your opponents versus your teammates. Didn't have a really close relationship with them. Didn't know or his expectations, never played with them. So, no, I never saw it coming. And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
Rockets trail by 7. Harden with it. 14 points for him. Shot off the screen. And too long on the shot. The Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. Fires the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 9.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Gordon a screen. Harden the pass to Gordon. Back to Harden. And he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
There's a good screen. Valentine kicks to Grant. Tips it up. It's good on the putback. Portis has got 6.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Anderson the screen. Ariza outside. Anderson the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Ariza goes in. And yes, it's good. He has 6.
It's clear to me. Is it clear to you that Ariza feels at home in the post? I mean, just working his way inside and nailing these quality shots.
Grant dishes to Levine. It doesn't go for him. And it's Houston the other way. Down low. Stolen by Markkanen. And even 3-on-3 break. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Gordon kicks to Capella. On the wing, Harden. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking at home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Grant kicks to Valentine. Back to Grant. Markkanen passes to Grant. To the left side wing. 4 on the shot clock. Portis offline with his 3.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Love the aggression that Harden plays with. This guy just goes all out.
And Chris, when you see Harden coming down the lane at you, there is a very short list of players who can instill that much fear. Pretty much him, Westbrook and LeBron. Each have their own style, and Harden's might be the most refined of all of them.
Well, it's why he gets to the line so much. His speed, his handles, his ability to pull back on the 3, his Euro step. When Harden gets going downhill like that, you just don't have an answer.
Free throw good, James Harden for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. And Bahamute comes in for Anderson. And it's Johnson in for Trevor Ariza. And both free throws good for James Harden.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And that one misses. Rockets trail by 6. And here's Green outside. It's rebounded by Portis.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Valentine passes to Kilpatrick. And he comes up with the deuce. Kilpatrick's got 16 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Nene, the screen for three. Gordon. They get it again. Goes back up. The shot by Nene. No good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Valentine's shot. Good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Timeout called. The Rockets.
The Bulls have been very active in revamping this roster. A lot of trades and player movement. They were worried of becoming a treadmill team.
With some lackluster finishes to their season the last couple years, that worry of finishing poorly isn't going away for Bulls fans. But luckily, the Bulls have a history, Chris, of shaking things up.
It's never easy to make that choice. The front office has been proactive in shaking things up. Not easy, but they're committed to change right now.
Green kicks to Nene. Gordon a screen. 6 on the shot clock. From downtown, gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, Gordon is crafty. He's great at finding room to shoot off the screen. The D cannot afford to lose him.
There's a screen. Dunn passes to Kilpatrick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Kilpatrick's got 19 points.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Gordon kicks to Johnson. Green, the screen. Back to Gordon. Trying to find Mba'amute. Gets it to him. Yep, it counts. Mba'amute has got his first basket of the night.
Ooh, Gordon does more than shoot the ball well. He has great passing instincts.
Now, here's Dunn. He kicks it to Valentine. Here's Dunn. It's hauled in by Gordon. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Nene outside. From past the arc. Another three for Gordon. And now it's only a 5-point Bulls lead.
That lightning quick release. Gordon catching and firing perfectly. You can't guard that.
Pass to Kilpatrick. To the inside. Here's Felicio. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from for the Bulls.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
Outside Gordon. He dishes it to Johnson. Right side Gordon. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Gordon's got 21. The Bulls leading by 3.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
Yeah, this could come down to the correct play call. But let's see what they do right now.
Here's Dunn. No good again that time. The Rockets shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Johnson can't get it to go. And Chicago shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And here is Dunn. They set the pick. Here's Kilpatrick. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Bulls lead by 3. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Keep competing, guys. Keep competing. Hey, we made the extra pass all quarter. Great job. Great job. Keep that movement out there. All right, keep attacking, guys. Every time we get into the paint, something good's happening.
Fred Hoiberg smelling blood. Loves what they've been able to do offensively around the rim.
Yeah, I think they found a weakness in the D. Want to keep pounding on it and at least until some kind of adjustment is made by the opponent.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Luke Mbamute out there with Nene. Then there's Gerald Green. Then there's Johnson. And it's Gordon in at the 1. Green dishes to Gordon. There's the 3. And there's Joe Johnson on the assist by Eric Gordon. Gordon's got 5 assists tonight.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Dunn kicks to Felicio. And the pass to Valentine. And it's Dunn in the corner. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
It's been a rough game for him, but it won't sting too bad as long as they hang on to the lead.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Outside Gordon. Nene, the screen. Over Dunn. And it's Gordon missing.
Never committed to setting a good pick right there. And as a result, the D was able to stick to him and get a hand in his face.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Dishes it to Dunn. Back to Portis. And that one is hammered home.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Rockets trail by 6. Johnson, the pass to Nene. Now the feed to Mbamute. Green, the screen. Off the pick. Offensive rebound. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title. But this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Valentine. And the Bulls finally committing, Greg, to a full rebuild this last offseason.
Yeah, and trading Butler was the start of it. I mean, they got some young players to build around and a pick, and won't be an easy road ahead, but one they felt they needed to make.
Pass to Kilpatrick. Feeds it to Dunn. Here's Felicio, defended by Paul. Felicio kicks to Lopez. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Bulls lead by 5.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Nene, the screen. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. That's good from Green.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Grant dishes to Markkanen. Lopez passes to Markkanen. And that one is good.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Rockets trail by 4. Here's the screen. Nene, the screen. Green inside. He's covered by Grant. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. Green, no luck. Chicago leading by 4. Grant, right side. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. So for the Rockets, Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And it's James Harden in for Gerald Green. Grant outside. The dish to Markkanen. He feeds it to Lopez. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, there's no quitting Lopez, even when he's getting hammered. He finishes with this soft touch. Well, and Robin Lopez, the big piece that came to the Bulls in the Derrick Rose trade, he's always been a solid center. Plays solid defense on the block and isn't lost when it's stretched out. He does a good job of protecting the rim as well.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with Robin Lopez, a very imposing player on the court, but he's also one of the more colorful characters, Chris, in the league. A very, very funny guy.
Well, I don't know what happened with him in mascots as a kid, but he's been taking his revenge out on him his whole career. He brings a great vibe to the locker room that helps with that team chemistry.
It's Harden with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
I mean, and just think about it, Kevin. With Harden, he can score from just about anywhere, even the locker room. I mean, when he's scoring from a number of spots, the D is in for a long day.
Lopez, a screen on Ariza. For three, Levine. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game. Kicks it to Ariza. Pass to Anderson. They set the pick. Houston moving the ball around. And it's Capella missing. Chicago leading by 8. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Grant against Paul. Harden left side. To the middle. Lopez with the steal. Grant outside. And Holiday has it in the corner. 5-on-3 break. Ariza has the open look. They get the rebound. And it's Capella missing. Well, Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
One shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Holiday.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Paul kicks to Harden. To the paint to stop the run. And it's Capella missing. The Bulls leading by 13. Grant outside. Inside. Here's Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 7th assist here tonight.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Grant kicks to Levine. The kick out to Lopez. Grant outside. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Rockets trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harden, that's good.
Oh, and that catch and shoot Jay from Harden is unblockable. Just quickly shooting off the pass.
Now Holiday. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. In the corner, it's Levine. Second shot opportunity. Grant dishes to Markkanen. He kicks it to Levine. Goes back up. Here's Lopez. In the corner, it's Levine. Double team on Holiday. It's stolen by Ariza. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Boy, I mean, the career Paul has had just in terms of being a great point guard, there really are no words left to describe.
First one falls for him. Well, the Rockets, Chris, aren't known for their defense, but it probably gets a worse rap than it should. They allow a lot of points, but it's mostly due to their pace of play.
And part of that is just a viewpoint from the past few years. I mean, Harden says he's recommitted himself to the defensive end, which has helped set the tone. Defense does just enough to let their offense win games.
And both free throws good from Paul. The Bulls leading by 9. Grant with the ball. Lopez a screen. Outside Holiday. Lopez a screen on Ariza. Holiday, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Holiday's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's Paul. Rebound by the Bulls. Levine's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer. Levine's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Bulls.
And piling on to that big lead, we know he has the range late on the defensive reaction.
I mean, yeah, you can't break down. Not now. Defensively, at this point, I mean, you're already too far in the hole. Such control and touch on the finger roll. Man, it's just a lost art in the era of colossal throwdowns.
On the wing, Levine. Takes the three. Another three for Chicago.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now here's Paul. They set the screen. Shoots over Grant. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And it's 13 points for Chris Paul.
Excellent inside move. He beats the defense to the punch.
Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. And Holiday has it in the corner. Grant the pass to Holiday. Here's the three. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Paul kicks to Capella. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Grant. He dishes it to Holiday. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. They're looking to stack up some points. They've gotten into a nice groove from out there.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Zach LaVine.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
They increased his role tonight after dropping their last game, and the move paid off. He's been the best player on the court by far, and now they don't have to worry about a losing streak. Poked loose. Capella dishes to Harden. Anderson the screen. Foul on the play. Basket count, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
One shot. One shot.
Chicago with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Lopez passes to Grant. Right side, Holiday. Kick out to Levine. 6 on the shot clock.
Two shots.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. Here is Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 17 now, just in the second half.
He can finish with force or finesse. The beard does it all.
Rockets trail by 13. 1:58 left in the game. A jump hook. Rebounded by Capella.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Here's Anderson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Well, there's no quit in Anderson's game. He's always looking to keep possessions alive with his activity.
Markkanen kicks to Holiday. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Holiday's got 10 points now just in this quarter. 1:29 left to play here in the fourth. The Bulls leading by 13. On the wing, Levine. And there's the pass to Holiday. Over a reason. The shot by Holiday, no good. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Chicago.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Zach LaVine.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Dishes it to Markkanen. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Capella. To the inside. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine. Now the feed to Grant. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.